Hi everyone, Becky with Becky's Feathered Nest. This is our 2019 Home Decor Christmas Tour. I'm going to try to point out newer pieces. I didn't get that many new pieces. I don't have places to store things anymore. So I just keep the sentimental items or things that I just love. So, and then I just kind of repurpose them. I will either alter them or just move them around. So this is a set that I've had for many years that I used to set outside. I have repainted it. Hobby Lobby does still carry this set or one very similar. They're the very large ones. Usually at the Hobby Lobbies I've been to, they're up on a high shelf and kind of have it set up as the, scene with all the wise men and everything that goes with Nativity. But I just used Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus in this one and chalk painted them white. And then on my chalkboard I wrote, "Oh Holy Night." Above here I have a new wreath from Hobby Lobby. And then I have these antique ice skates that I've had for a while. And then the coffee bar. Let me see if I can turn around. Here's the living room. On the coffee bar, the only new item I have is this little nutcracker. The tree that's on there and the trees on the coffee table over here I had, but I flocked, and I will tell you how I did that. It's not a method I would recommend, but I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. And then here's my grandchildren's play table. I have a runner on that table runner that is a new piece, and I got that at Home Goods. I had my bucket of snowballs. I believe they were on the entry table over here that you just saw with the nativity. I can't remember, but I did put them in a different tin, and I put them on his play table because we have snowball fights throughout the day. Let's see. On the coffee bar, I didn't do a cocoa bar this year. Well, I did, but it's in a different place. But I do have the new nutcracker, and there's the flocked tree. And then over here on the coffee table, I just have white ornaments. And I didn't like the way the burlap showed around the tree, so I'm going to either make a bucket or get a bucket to put them in, or cover them with a white piece of fabric or burlap. But right now I just have some cotton stuck in there. These are flocked and have the fairy lights on them. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this flocking. On another YouTube channel, I saw someone do a tutorial on how to flock your trees and garlands, I believe is what they had done. And they used the drywall repair patch kit. It comes in a spray can, and it's okay, but I prefer a heavy flocking. Plus this comes off. So after this season I will rinse this off because it does come off. So I will wash this off and reflock it. And I get a lot of people ask me what kind of flocking I use. And I use Flock in a Box, ordered from Amazon, for those who want to know. And I'm going to stick with that just because I have found that it stays on. It goes on thick like I like it. This is okay, but it tends to cost a lot. I had to go through several cans of the spray. So anyway, that's up to you. But my method of the Flock in a Box is what I think I prefer. Over here on the fireplace, a lot of it is the same. I still have all the candles, same candles, and a new piece of garland. I'm trying to get things switched over to all the flocked pieces. So I did get a piece of flocked garland and stuck a few flocked pieces of floral picks in there, and hung icicle lights on it. So last year I had the pieces trailing down. I may get another piece next year, but I went to go find some more of this garland at every Hobby Lobby I know of in my area, and they were completely out. So this is what I have to work with this year. So And I kind of like it that way. It's a little more simple and not as much. But I have the socks. I did purchase this cup, Santa cup and cookie plate from Hearth and Hand at Target, Chip and Joanna's line. And then that's just the box where I keep firewood. And then over here is a new tree because I actually tried to, after doing these, I tried to flock a brand new Christmas tree. Never even used it. I bought it for this year, and like I said, I wasn't happy with the way it turns out. So I ended up having to get another brand new tree. So this one was already pre-flocked, pre-lit, and I purchased this one from Walmart, and I thought it was a great price. I believe it was $169. The tree, let's see the number, I wrote it down here on my little sheet. It's a 7.5 foot tall, pre-lit and flocked for $169 from Walmart. And the number on the tree is T49, if that helps, just in case you're interested. Anyway, this year I didn't put any of my sentimental items on. I just used these because I have not used these ornaments, so I decided to go ahead this year and change it out and put these wooden type ornaments on. And then I used the same bells that I had and a couple of the ball ornaments and a few of the other ornaments. Let's see, where is one? I have some Santas that are in here, sprinkled in here, some white Santas. So that's about all I put on this tree. I chose this tree because it has, I like Charlie Brown trees, but I cannot find one that I really love. So I chose this one because there are big areas, big holes, and that's where I want to put some large ornaments. When I went to go look for those large ornaments, couldn't find them anywhere. Everyone is fresh out of almost everything. So maybe next year it'll be decorated differently. There's a Santa right there. And then down here in my terrarium, I had my nativity in there. And let's see, I didn't turn on the little lights here for you. But this has my nativity that is from Jerusalem. And I have that in there. And I decided to put that here because I did kind of have a whole wood theme going on with the tree this year. And then over here, all I did was add a faux fur throw and my pillow, which I already had from other Christmases on here. And then same over here, I just added this, the other piece that matches, and a sweater throw. And then over here is the kids area that I keep all their toys in. So all their toys are in little bins down here in these cabinets. And I have to say, Samantha, I did get me, I had the urns, but I used the pumps and the lights from the other aquariums that I had, which were like this. And I just took those apart and adapted these to it. I plugged the spouts so that my grandson can't turn the water on and all the water goes out. And I had my husband drill a hole. And then in here I took a piece of thin plastic, bent it to the shape, rubber banded it, and then I hid all that with this little collar that I made with rope. So we have all three fish here now because I needed the counter space, plus my kids, grandkids like to, talk to these fish and see these fish. We have Bernie over here, Bentley, sorry, Bernard here, and Baxter here. So they're down here so the kids can enjoy them, and I have my counter space back. So anyway, I just put a few antique wooden type toys up here for Christmas. Same horses that I've always had, but decorated them up with some bells. And then over here in the dining room, I hung a wreath right here, which fresh out of fairy lights as well. So that one's not lit. And then my grandson's little table that he likes to eat snacks, read books, color, stuff like that. I've got it stuck right here. And the theme in here is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And that is because my dishes are 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And these are also available. Let me see. You can still order them online. I got mine from Home Goods, but you can order them. Let's see. Okay, well, I will get you the name of that. I don't know how to add links, you guys. So a lot of you ask me where I get something, but I don't know how to add a link. So, okay, it's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by the Johnson Brothers. Let me kind of show you here on the back. That might help you too. Okay, and anyway, just in case you're interested in the dishes. And then in the centerpiece, I have pieces tucked in. I am still working on this, but it'll probably be next year before I finish it. I have my curiosity bottles, Christmas curiosity bottles that I keep on the table, but I took out all of the other ones except the Christmas ones. I have a mouse tucked in here because with the story of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, I'm trying to make it where my grandkids can hunt down the pieces. So when it says not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, I have several mice hidden around in this room, and there's one of them, and it's a fun little game for them to play to find them. And then back here, while visions of sugar plums danced in their head, that's what this area is. That's where I have the cocoa bar set up. I hung this garland. I want to get a couple garlands that match the fireplace. So maybe next year. That's the best I could do this year since they were out. But on the table, it's just a sweets. I want to have desserts and sweet pieces here on the table. I moved this tree. It was on my counter last year, so it is over here this year. And I want to kind of buy some more ornaments and rearrange it a little bit for next year, rearrange it. And then we have the hot cocoa supplies here. And that's just peanut brittle, but I want to add a few more sweets closer it gets to Christmas. And then also on the Highchair, I did that pretty much the same. I think I had different plates there last year. And then over here, I had, this is where the tree was that I just showed you. And now I have this tiered tray, and I haven't decided what I'm going to put in this one, but I did add some lights. I keep my twines and strings in here because I use those a lot just throughout the day and stuff. My matching apron that goes with the set here, it's not an exact match, but it has the story, and it's more red than these dishes. Up at the top, I used to have my Magnolia Market sign up here. I switched it out and put my collection, half of my collection of pictures up here. And then I moved the market sign in here to the kitchen. The counters are still pretty much the same with my Christmas ribbon on the canisters. This is a new find for this year. It's a piece of marble shaped in the shape of a gingerbread man. He's very camouflaged in here. And then over here I have the wreath that was up here where you just saw the market sign. And I could never reach it to keep changing out this little area that I tried to do seasonally. I would end up just leaving it because I didn't want to get the ladder out. So now it's down here where I can easily change it. I do have the fairy lights on it. And then I hung some spoons here and my decorative seasonal towels right here. Just my regular dish towels. Down here I have our usual gingerbread house. And my mixer. This is kind of my little baking setup here. My decorative sprinkles. My daughter found these. My daughter Lacey found these cute little ornament bulbs containers. They had sprinkles in them in traditional colors, and I emptied those out so that my grandkids can make cookies with those colors. And then I filled these with my pretty sprinkles, I call them. I have snowflakes, little gingerbread men in here, in these, and in these as well. Anyway, so I just kind of have that set up, and then all I did was add a little sprig of greenery over here, which I'll probably frost once I order me some of that frost again. And then over here on my spice rack, I don't know if, yeah, you can see a few. I just scattered a few little tiny bottle brush trees in some of the spaces. And then that's all I did in this area of the kitchen. Over here, I have a little garland that I got from Target, Dollar Spot, or Bullseye, whatever they call it now, that has recipe cards to it, and then just stuck my gingerbread syrup here. And this is my oil rack. I had my husband, move it over here, and I did get all my bottles relabeled. Okay, so that's that area. And then going around here, my laundry room still has only a little nativity, the same one that was there. Once we get this door, if we ever get this door switched out, I'll probably hang a Christmas wreath on that door. And then the master bedroom, it is basically the same as well, with my rocking horse that has the garland and lights around that. And then up here on the TV area. And then all I did here was put, this is all the normal bedding, but I added the pillow I got years ago at Home Goods. And then here's the fireplace, the stockings that I've had for many years, and candles. And then I brought this lantern in with the nativity that we bring out every year, but just the 3 pieces again. And that is all in this part of the bedroom for now. We'll head to the guest area. Usually I start somewhere over here and grab this, but in here I have the same lantern and bow, and then the Christmas tree. Don't think I lit that candle either. Boy, I'm falling down on my job. That's what happens. I didn't think I was even going to get this video out, and it's been very difficult to do when you take care of kids for 12 hours every day. So on the kids' guest room, I left the regular bedding on, but I did put their tree in here, and I added a topper that I thought they would find fun. It projects snowflakes up on the ceiling, and that was from Target. About $35, $36, I believe it was. And that's just a tinsel tree. See if I can get a little, it's got ornaments on it. And then over here on the table, I have my Santa. This was in one of, I haven't used it since our other home before this one. We just found it and unpacked it from the storage unit. We are still unpacking that storage unit. So I did keep that. Got this little bitty tree at Target. I didn't know it was colored lights, so that kind of bothered me. So unless I can change them out, which I probably will, to the fairy lights once I can get more, then I will do that. And here I have the same tinsel tree, and I need fairy lights for that. This is the guest bathroom. And then over here is the adult guest room. These are the new beds. I don't know if, I can't remember if they've been shown or not, but they're the adjustable, both sides adjust mattresses. The head and feet board can go up or down. And in here I have just a Christmas pillow and the furry pillows. And then I have the tinsel tree and fairy lights in here. And I used the Santa. He was in another room last year. So didn't do a whole lot in the guest rooms. And then the basket, the welcome basket, has a few little items in that. And these little ornaments up here, this is all the same as it was last year. So anyway, that is, I am rearranging. I've got new frames here, so I've been working on that whenever I have a little spare time, which is pretty much never. I have today off. That's why I decided to get this filmed for you. So it's now or never, guys. So, you know, there's things that I would have kept tweaking, but this was the best I could do. And I also don't want to start storing things anymore like I used to. So I will probably just keep the things I'm happy with and reuse those from year to year until I get sick and tired of those. And then perhaps, you know, switch to some other theme or type of decor. So anyway, that is the tour for this year. All right. Bye, my friends. Have a blessed day. Have a Merry Christmas. And if I'm not here before New Year's, have a Happy New Year's. Bye now.